Throughout history, the story of Enoch has intrigued scholars, theologians, and seekers of hidden knowledge. Countless YouTubers have attempted to unravel the mysteries of Enoch's journey, yet there lies a part of the story left untold. A story of an angel who walked beside him, guiding him through divine mysteries and cosmic truths. In this video, we will delve into the secrets that have remained hidden from most interpretations, the revelations that no one has dared to explore. So sit tight, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold account of Enoch and the angel who walked beside him. A narrative shrouded in mystery, hidden in ancient texts, and now revealed to you for the very first time. Enoch was unlike any other man of his time. While the world around him descended into corruption and chaos, he remained set apart, devoted to the unseen mysteries of heaven. He was not merely a scribe, nor just a righteous man. He was a bridge between the divine and the earthly. But what made Enoch's story truly extraordinary was his companion, an angel, unnamed yet ever-present, who walked with him, guiding him through revelations no mortal had ever seen before. It began with whispers in the night. At first, Enoch thought they were mere dreams, echoes from another world. But as the days passed, the voice grew clearer, more commanding. It did not come from the stars or the wind, but from a being standing before him, radiant yet cloaked in a veil of mystery. "You have been chosen," the angel said, "for you will witness what no man has seen and walk a path no man has walked." Enoch did not tremble. He did not flee. He only listened. The angel did not speak its name, nor did it reveal its full form. Sometimes it appeared as a blinding light, sometimes as a shadow cast upon the earth. It was neither one of the fallen, nor one of the many who stood in the courts of heaven, yet its authority was undeniable. It was a watcher, but not one who rebelled. It was a guardian, but not one who merely observed. It had been sent for one purpose: to walk with Enoch, to guide him beyond the veil of human understanding. Days turned to nights, and nights to days, and Enoch's journey with the angel had only just begun. The angel's presence was both a comfort and a challenge. It did not speak often, but when it did, its words carried weight beyond the mere sound of its voice. Enoch soon learned that his journey was not just about walking with this celestial being. It was about understanding the mysteries hidden since the foundation of the world. One night, the angel led Enoch to a high mountain, where the heavens seemed closer than ever before. "Look up," the angel instructed. Enoch obeyed, and what he saw defied all human knowledge. The sky was not just a vast expanse, it was a layered kingdom, each level pulsating with divine energy. "The heavens are not as men believe," the angel explained. "There are realms unseen, dimensions beyond what the eye perceives. The throne of the Most High is not in the sky as mortals imagine, but in a realm beyond time itself." As the angel spoke, the air around Enoch shimmered, and suddenly he found himself standing at the threshold of something greater. A vast celestial city unfolded before him, a place where towering structures of glowing crystal stood, where rivers of living light flowed, and where beings of unimaginable majesty moved in perfect harmony. "These are the places reserved for those who walk in righteousness," the angel said. "And yet, there are other realms, darker ones, hidden beneath the veil of this world, where the fallen linger, where shadows whisper secrets to those who would listen." Enoch felt a chill at these words. He had heard of the fallen, angels who had abandoned their station, who had descended to earth and corrupted mankind. But now he was being shown that their influence was far greater than he had imagined. "What will become of them?" Enoch asked. The angel's expression did not change. "Judgment is coming," it said. "The Most High does not forget. The fallen will be bound, and their dominion will end. But before that day, knowledge must be given to those willing to hear, for the world will soon face trials unlike any before." Enoch's heart pounded. He knew now that his journey with this angel was not simply for his own enlightenment, it was for something greater. He had been chosen to record these revelations, to preserve them for future generations. The angel turned to him. "Are you ready to see more?" Enoch took a deep breath. "Yes." The air around them shifted once more, and in an instant they were gone, plunged deeper into the mysteries of the divine. As Enoch adjusted to the overwhelming visions of the celestial city, The angel led him toward a towering structure unlike anything he had ever seen. It was not built of stone, nor of any material known to man, but of pure light, pulsing and shifting as if it were alive. It radiated wisdom, humming with a melody that resonated deep within Enoch's soul. "This is the Hall of Records," the angel explained. "Here, the history of creation is written, from the first breath of the cosmos to the final moment of time. Every deed, every thought, every word is recorded here." Enoch stepped forward hesitantly. As he did, the walls of the great hall shifted, revealing massive books and scrolls that glowed with an ethereal light. Some were bound in what appeared to be living gold, others etched onto endless flowing sheets of sapphire-colored energy. "Who writes these records?" Enoch asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "The Watchers," the angel answered. "Not those who fell, but those who remain faithful. They observe and record, ensuring that nothing is forgotten." Enoch's eyes widened as he noticed figures moving between the towering scrolls. They were unlike any being he had seen before, tall, luminous, and draped in garments of radiant fire. Their faces shone like the sun, yet their eyes were filled with a deep sadness, as if they had witnessed the rise and fall of many worlds. "Come," the angel said, guiding him toward a long table where an ancient book lay open. "This is the Book of Life." As Enoch looked upon its pages, they turned on their own, revealing names written in letters of living flame. Some names glowed with brilliant light, while others flickered, dimming as if they were fading into oblivion. "These are the names of those who have walked in righteousness," the angel explained. "Those who are remembered in the eternal realms." Enoch's hands trembled. "And what of those who are not here?" The angel's expression darkened. "Their fate is written elsewhere." With a wave of its hand, the angel directed Enoch's gaze toward another section of the hall. Here the scrolls were darker, their glow weaker, almost consumed by shadows. The weight of their presence sent a chill through Enoch's body. "This is the record of the fallen," the angel said solemnly. "Those who chose rebellion over obedience, those who defied the Most High." Enoch stepped closer, his heart heavy. He could feel the sorrow woven into these records, the tragedy of beings who had once been pure, but had chosen the path of destruction. "Can they ever return?" he asked, his voice tinged with hope. The angel shook its head. "The laws of heaven are unbreakable. Their choice was final." A silence fell between them. Enoch understood now why he had been brought here, to witness, to learn, and to carry this knowledge back to the world of men. He knew his time in the celestial realms was not yet over, and that more secrets awaited him. "Come," the angel said once more. "There is still much to see." As the great hall shimmered and faded, Enoch braced himself for the next revelation, knowing that his journey into the mysteries of heaven was far from over. As the great hall of records faded from view, Enoch found himself standing on a high precipice overlooking a vast expanse of the heavens. Before him stretched an endless sky filled with stars that pulsed like living beings, each one a guardian of a great mystery. The angel beside him turned, its radiant face solemn. "You have seen the books of heaven, Enoch. Now you must understand the Watchers, those who were appointed to guard both heaven and earth." A sudden wind stirred, and the scene shifted. Below them, a lush and beautiful world unfolded. A world much like Earth, yet untouched by corruption. Enoch watched as mighty beings, taller than any man, roamed the land, their eyes filled with wisdom and strength. They were sent to watch over mankind, the angel explained. They were to guide, to protect, and to ensure that the order of heaven was maintained. Enoch recognized these beings from the stories of old. These were the Watchers, the angels who had been placed over nations, over wisdom, over the hidden workings of the universe. Yet even as he gazed upon them, he felt a great sadness. "But some of them fell," he whispered. The angel nodded. "Yes, they were given a choice, as all of creation is, and some chose to forsake their duty." Enoch saw a different vision now, a gathering of Watchers standing at the peak of a great mountain. Their leader, a figure whose presence was commanding and terrible, raised his hand. He spoke in a voice that trembled with desire and defiance. "They swore an oath," the angel continued, "to descend to earth, to take human wives, to share forbidden knowledge. They did not act alone, but as one, bound together by their rebellion. Lightning flashed and Enoch saw the consequences unfold. Giants walked the earth, terrible and mighty, spreading violence and corruption. The secrets of heaven, once meant only for the divine, were now in the hands of men, and the world spiraled into chaos. And so, they were punished, the angel said, his voice heavy with judgment. The vision changed again, and Enoch beheld a great abyss, blacker than the night, where chains of fire bound the fallen watchers. Their cries echoed in the darkness, a sound of sorrow and regret. This is their prison until the final judgment, the angel explained. For their betrayal was great, and their actions could not be undone. Enoch's heart pounded. He had always heard the tales, but to see them, to witness the fall of the Watchers and the destruction they had brought, was overwhelming. But not all fell, he realized. Some remained loyal. The angel nodded. Yes, and one of them walks with you now. Enoch turned, staring at his companion. A new understanding dawned upon him. This was no ordinary messenger. This was one of the faithful Watchers, one who had chosen obedience over rebellion. Why have you stayed? Enoch asked. The angel's gaze was filled with a deep, eternal sadness. Because the will of the Most High is greater than my own, and because I have seen what happens when creation turns against its creator. Enoch lowered his head, overwhelmed by the weight of what he had learned. The story of the Watchers was not just one of rebellion. It was a warning, a reminder of the consequences of defiance, of the delicate balance between free will and obedience. And as the heavens shifted once more, Enoch knew that his journey was far from over. Enoch walked in silence beside the angel, his mind heavy with the weight of all he had seen. The story of the Watchers had opened his eyes to the consequences of free will, to the fine line between loyalty and rebellion. But as they moved forward, the angel spoke once more. Enoch, there is something greater that you must understand. The path you walk is not only about knowledge, it is about transformation. A great light appeared before them, and suddenly they were no longer in the heavens, but standing on a mountain unlike any Enoch had ever seen. It was covered in fire, yet it did not burn. A golden path wound up its side, leading to a great, glowing summit. This, the angel said, is the path to immortality. Enoch's heart raced. He had heard of men who lived long lives, of Adam who had once walked in Eden, of Methuselah who would live for centuries. But immortality, the idea of never tasting death, was beyond comprehension. Why do you show me this? He asked. Because you have been chosen, Enoch. Among men, you alone have walked this far. You have spoken with the divine, seen the secrets of creation, and remained faithful. The angel gestured to the golden path. But to continue, you must make a choice. Do you wish to return to the earth as a mortal, to live out your days and pass into the dust? Or do you wish to ascend, to be transformed into something beyond human, beyond the reach of death? Enoch trembled. This was a choice no man had ever been given before. He thought of his family, of the people who awaited his return, but he also thought of the Watchers, of those who had fallen because they sought power without permission. Is this a test? He asked. The angel smiled. Everything is a test, Enoch. He looked toward the summit, the light growing brighter. He thought of the Creator who had guided him this far, who had trusted him with the hidden truths of heaven. And then, with steady steps, he began to climb. The golden path pulsed beneath his feet, each step filling him with something new. His body grew lighter, his mind clearer. The burdens of the world, the weight of mortality, of sorrow, of pain, fell away like dust in the wind. As he reached the summit, he turned back one final time, looking down upon the world of men, the cities, the rivers, the mountains. They were so small now, so distant, and yet they would always be a part of him. Then in a blinding flash of light, Enoch was no more. The angel watched in silence as the man he had guided was transformed, his mortal form dissolving into the radiance of the divine. Well done, a voice echoed through the heavens. And Enoch, the man who had walked with God, became something greater than man, a being of light, a watcher not of earth, but of eternity. As Enoch's transformation completed, He opened his eyes and found himself in a realm beyond anything he had ever imagined. The heavens stretched infinitely, woven together with threads of light and energy, where entire worlds hovered like jewels in a vast cosmic ocean. The angel who had guided him stood beside him, no longer as a teacher, but as a brother. "You are no longer bound by the limits of flesh, Enoch. You have become Metatron, the scribe of the divine, the voice of the Most High in the heavens." Enoch felt his being shift, his thoughts no longer bound by time. He saw the past, the present, and glimpses of what was to come. He understood the balance of creation, the laws that governed the universe, and the delicate harmony that held all things together. "Why was I chosen?" Enoch asked. "Because you were faithful," the angel responded. "Unlike the fallen, you sought knowledge without corruption, wisdom without arrogance. Now you will write the mysteries of the cosmos, preserving them for eternity." Before them, a great celestial library appeared, filled with scrolls that shimmered with divine light. Enoch stepped forward, and as he touched one, knowledge flowed into him. Secrets of creation, the purpose of the stars, the language of angels, and the destiny of mankind. "You will record the truth," the angel continued, "so that those who seek wisdom may find it." Enoch felt the weight of his new purpose, but he did not fear it. He had walked the path of man and had been found worthy. Now he would walk the path of the divine. And so, the mortal Enoch was no more. In his place stood Metatron, the silent scribe, the watcher who never fell. Though Enoch had ascended, the conflict between the divine and the fallen raged on. The heavens were not without their battles, and as Metatron, Enoch was now witness to a celestial war that had been waged since the dawn of creation. His angelic guide took him to the edge of the celestial realms, where the boundary between order and chaos blurred. Beyond lay the remnants of a great rebellion, where the fallen angels, now rulers of the abyss, still schemed against the will of the Creator. "They do not rest," the angel said. "They seek to twist the fabric of creation, to lead mankind astray, to unravel the harmony of the divine plan." Metatron watched as celestial warriors, the host of heaven, clashed with the forces of darkness. Fiery swords met shadows that sought to consume the light. The battle was not one of mere strength, but of will, of faith against corruption. "Will this war ever end?" Metatron asked. "When all choices have been made," the angel answered. "When every soul has chosen its path and the balance of judgment is complete." Metatron felt the burden of this truth. His role was not to fight, but to record, to preserve the story of creation, the rise and fall of the righteous and the wicked. He was neither soldier nor king, but his words carried power greater than any sword. As he turned to leave, a voice echoed from the abyss. "You were once mortal," it sneered. "You should have been one of us." Metatron did not respond. He simply looked toward the heavens, where the eternal light shone undiminished. The war would continue, but so would the truth. And as long as truth remained, so did hope. In the vast celestial halls of knowledge, where golden scrolls glowed with divine inscriptions, Metatron stood before an ancient tome, the Book of Destiny. This sacred book held the fate of all creation, from the first breath of man to the final moments of time itself. The angel who had walked with him through the heavens placed a hand upon the tome. "This is where all things are written, the lives of kings and beggars, the rise and fall of empires, the choices of men and angels alike." Metatron hesitated. He had once been Enoch, a mortal who had sought wisdom. Now, as the scribe of heaven, he had access to knowledge beyond comprehension. "Can destiny be changed?" he asked. The angel's expression remained unreadable. "Some paths are fixed, others bend like branches in the wind. Free will shapes many things, but the final hour is known only to the Almighty." Metatron opened the book, and as he did, visions flooded his mind. Countless lives, each choice leading to new possibilities. He saw the descendants of Adam, their struggles and triumphs. He saw wars fought over faith, the corruption of truth, and the perseverance of the righteous. But then, a shadow crept over the pages, a darkness that sought to consume all light. The angel beside him spoke softly. "The adversary moves still. The war is not over." Metatron's grip on the book tightened. He knew his role: to record, to guide, but never to intervene. And yet the weight of what he saw pressed upon him like the burden of all creation. "What if they do not listen?" he whispered. The angel gave him a knowing look. "Then they will walk their own path, and in the end, judgment will come to all." Metatron closed the book. The future was set, yet unwritten, a paradox only heaven could understand. And so he continued his work, inscribing the story of time itself, waiting for the day when all would be fulfilled. As Metatron stood in the celestial library, the book of destiny closed before him. A voice echoed through the heavens, a call from the Almighty. The angel who had walked with him through time, guiding him in the ways of the divine, turned to face him. "The time has come, Metatron," the angel said. "You must deliver the final message to mankind." Metatron, once Enoch, had always known this moment would come. He had seen the struggles of humanity, their wars, their love, their endless search for truth. He had recorded their deeds in the heavenly scrolls, but now he was given a new command: to speak. "What must I say?" he asked. The angel lifted his hand, and before them appeared a vision, a world on the brink of great change. Nations rose and fell, knowledge expanded, yet darkness lurked in the corners of men's hearts. The adversary had not ceased his work, and deception had grown like a shadow across the earth. "You must remind them of the truth," the angel said. "Tell them that their choices matter, that their souls are not bound by fate, but by the will they wield. Tell them that though darkness may rise, the light is never far away." Metatron nodded. The burden of a messenger was heavy, yet he knew it was his purpose. He reached into the divine realm and pulled forth a scroll, inscribed with words not yet spoken, but meant for all who would listen. Then, for the first time since his ascension, he turned his gaze downward, toward earth, toward mankind. The final message would be given, and whether they listened or not, the words would be written in eternity. Metatron stood at the threshold of time, gazing into the vast expanse of existence. He had seen the beginning and the end, the rise and fall of empires, the faith and failures of mankind. Yet one truth remained unchanged. The divine will was absolute, and the path of light was always open to those who sought it. The angel who had walked with him, guiding him through visions and mysteries, now stood beside him for the last time. His presence was radiant, his purpose complete. "Metatron," he spoke, "you have seen the hearts of men. You have walked among them, recorded their deeds, and delivered the message entrusted to you. Now your journey nears its end." Metatron lowered his gaze. The weight of his duty was heavy, yet it had been his purpose from the moment he was taken from Earth. He was no longer just Enoch, the man. He was the scribe of God, the celestial voice that would never be silenced. The angel continued, "You have carried wisdom across the ages, but wisdom is meaningless if not shared. Your final task is to ensure that mankind does not forget." A great light filled the heavens, and in that moment, Metatron saw it all. The threads of time, the struggles of humanity, the battles of angels and demons, the choices that shaped the universe. He understood that his role was not to change fate, but to bear witness to it. Then, the angel who had walked with him stepped back, his form fading into the divine glow. His mission was complete. Metatron turned toward the celestial realm one final time. The golden doors of eternity stood before him, waiting. He had delivered his message. He had fulfilled his purpose. And with that, the angel who once was Enoch ascended beyond even the highest heavens, his name forever etched in the book of God.